we'll do balance exercises and a couple stretches. So let's start the workout. Where you're going to begin is just moving all of your body parts. It's a great way to get started. So you're going to bend your head with your ear towards your shoulder and then on the other side. And we're just going to do that a few times. We're going to just quickly scan through your body from head to toe and move everything. And now we're going to look back behind the right shoulder and look back behind the left and do that a couple more times on each side. Your shoulders should be relaxed and down, and just getting everything moving. And shoulders, squeeze them up to your ears and relax. Again, squeeze up and relax and roll them back and down. And let's do that 2 more times. Back and down and back and down. And now we're going to rotate the spine. You're going to just twist, coming up onto the toe, side to side. Your chest, your whole body is facing the side. As you come up on your toes, feeling your spine warming up, just moving everything. And then let's get your hands up in a 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then sink down into a mini squat and back up and down and back up and down, back up one more and down and up. And then let's bring the knee to the chest, alternating, standing up nice and straight, 2 more on each leg. So here's the last one. And then let's just come up onto our toes with heel raises. And then standing on one leg, rotate those ankles one direction, then the other, and you're warming up those ankle joints if you have any stiffness like I do. Okay, so now we've done basic movement. So I want you to ground your feet into the ground. Feel that gravity pushing against gravity that wants to pull you to the earth, and you're pushing away, elongating your body. Feel how then everything becomes activated, and then relax. And let it just sort of hang. And press again, elongate, and relax. And I can hope you can feel that activation as you press away and elongate. This is a Twyla Tharp tip I got from reading her book. So that's a way you can see, by using gravity, pushing away, you're going to activate your muscles. That's what I want you to be doing with each exercise. Is you don't want to just be doing them with a slack body. You want power throughout. Okay, so today the first warm-up is a seated core. You're going to sit down, I'll face you, and you're going to tip your pelvis forward and back. Or it's not really forward, but you're tipping it up. Tipping up and then down. And as you tilt, your back should be relatively straight. So you're just activating those core muscles and getting the feel for how they're going to be working today. Another thing we're going to do to activate is pressing against that chair with your glutes, pressing away. And as you do, put your arms straight out and lift one knee and come down and alternate and keep doing a few of those. Standing up or sitting up, nice and tall. And you should feel your core muscles working. They're engaged. So we're getting them ready for the workout. And let's work on the glutes. You're sitting on those big things. Squeeze them and release. Squeeze and release. And do that 5 more times. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Biggest muscles in your body. They help you with everything you do throughout the day. And then squeeze the right cheek, the left, the right, the left, one more time, right and left. Now we're going to come up to standing. 90-degree angle with your legs. Your feet aren't too far away from the chair. You're sitting up straight. Your arms are out. And you're going to lift from the glutes and come back down. And lift from the glutes and come back down. And here's that squeezing of the glutes at the top. Squeezing. That squeezing you were doing seated. Squeeze at the top. So now we're getting the feel of moving and squeezing those glutes. And your core was engaged there too. So now we're going to do the world's greatest stretch. You're going to do it in a lunge position. I'll show you from the side. You start with a straight arm plank, your hands under your shoulders. You're going to bring your foot up to the outside of your left hand. If you can't get it that far up, just bring it as far forward as possible. The back leg is off the mat, or you can lower it, either way. But now you're in this position. I'll show it to you from the front. You're in this lunge, foot on the outside of the hand. Now you're going to bring that same hand by your foot and reach that elbow down towards the ground and come on back up and rotate that arm up to the ceiling. And so again, bring the arm down. You're going to try to flatten out that forearm onto the ground. Just get as far as you can. And then come on back up into a rotation. Like I said, your knee can be down. And let's do one more. So the elbow's down. And you're rotating up. And we're going to do it on the other side. Bring that, get into the plank, bring the foot onto the outside, and you're going to bring that elbow down to the ground and rotate up. And you can bring that back knee back onto the mat and rotate, elbow down, two more, so this is one, and here we go, and two. And the next exercise we're going to do is you're going to be kneeling like I am now, and you're going to sit back onto your heels. I want to do this one because it's really difficult for me. You probably will have a much easier time sitting back onto those heels. Then I want you to come back up, pressing your hands against the mat, coming up into a downward dog, pressing the heels onto the mat. Come on back down again, standing up or kneeling upright, and sit back on those. First flex your feet, then sit back on those heels, and that you're flexing your ankles, you're getting those activated, and then come into that sort of a bear position, and then into downward dog. Pressing those heels into the mat. And one more time, you're going to flex those feet, pull those toes towards the shins. Try to sit back. You probably can do it better than I can. I'm working on this. And then you're coming up into this all fours position, pressing away into a downward dog. If you have knee issues and can't do this, just sit it out or do what pieces of it you can. And now we're going to do a half kneeling groin and ankle stretch. So here you are on one knee. The other leg is going to be sort of over to the side of your hip. And get the foot out there, but you want a 90-degree angle in your bent knee. And then you're just going to press towards that foot. And you should be feeling a great stretch in your adductor, also in your glutes, and stretching. Your hip flexor is getting a stretch. Again. And then on the other side, the foot is to the side of your hip, not forward. Get it out there so you have a 90-degree angle. You don't want your knee jutting forward. So you're just stretching and coming back. Stretching and coming back. And one more time, stretching and coming back. And then we're going to do a standing snow angel, I'm going to call it. So you're going to put your hands behind your back and then behind your head. So behind your back and behind your head. Feel that nice opening of the chest, behind the back and behind the head. And behind the back. And one more time, behind the head. And this is a great wrist, it's a stretch, it's a range of motion. You're pressing your palm out towards, away from you, I should say. And then the other side. And then this side. And then this side. Okay, and now we're going to do a couple of agility moves. So the first one is just running back and forth as quickly as you can. And this is amazing kind of exercises to get yourself into faster reflexes when you're moving. So it's going to help you if you take a little trip, you're walking along, you can quickly catch your balance. And let's go side to side. Let's just shuffle a couple. I don't have enough space to do much of a shuffle, but you're doing that sideways movement, which you rarely do in your real life. And again, these are great for